Alright, hey guys, Nick Whittemore here. It's going to be a quick video, hopefully, over just 10 real quick guidelines, etiquette for co-anglers, the do's, the don'ts, stuff like that to stay in the good graces of your boater that you get selected with, okay? Now, me, myself, I fish FLW, BFLs, a bunch of great guys out there. Alright, these are a lot of things I fish for. I've actually been following for about 2 seasons, but I've been doing this for about 3 or 4 years. So, I followed. I've also done some BASS as well, Weekender Series. So these are just kind of some things I've picked up on, learned, read about, stuff like that. Also, just some advice I've gotten from my good buddy, FLW Tour Pro rookie, Cody Kelly. All right, just a lot of things I just figured, hey, this would hopefully help somebody out and kind of stay in the good graces of your boater, okay? So let's jump right into it, all right? Number one, all right, you want to make sure you get all the needed information, all right? Get all that needed information that you need in the pre-tournament meeting. Like I said, check out my What to Expect video. Also, I have one on condensing down tackle. But in that What to Expect video, you'll learn, you'll know the questions and what you need to ask. Okay. So number one, get all the needed information at the start of the day or at the pre-tournament meeting. Hopefully, the rules, they'll read that off in the pre-tournament meeting. You need to read them yourself so you understand them. Okay. The rules, because there's a lot of, you don't want to be disqualified for something that it's clearly stated in the rules, okay? Get the needed information. What kind of rigs are you going to be throwing? Mojo rigs, Carolina rigs, A rigs, and even Texas rigs, stuff like that. Netting the fish. Are we going to net every single fish or are we going to call from the net? All right, you need to get all that out there and clear, all right? He needs to know if so that type of stuff. Get all that out there in the clear so that there's no questions about it later. Number two, be on time, okay? Wherever you're going to go and meet, wherever you decide to meet, what time, be there early, 15 minutes earlier. So, okay, these guys invest a lot of money, a lot of time. They probably have a checklist of things they do in the morning, from checking live wells to pumps, all that fun stuff, okay? Even rigging stuff up and getting them on the deck and getting ready to go, okay? So you don't want to put them behind. Some of these tournaments have 100, 150, 180 boats in them, and you don't want to be the guy that puts everyone else behind their checklist because because you're late and it puts him behind and everything else, okay? So they have a schedule, I'm sure, a checklist they do, so let them stay on schedule, okay? Number three, know your limits, all right? When I say that, what I mean by that is if you cannot back a boat down, all right? If you cannot back a boat in the water, practice. But if you can't do it, let them know that. Tell them that in the pre-tournament. Hey, do you need help putting the boat in the water? Yeah. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm just not very good at it, and it'll just waste time. Let him know that up front so he can plan for that, all right? There's, like I said, 100, 150, 180 boats. You don't want to be the guy that's going left, going right, and putting everyone else in the line behind, okay, or holding up the line, all right? So know your limits and voice that with your boater first thing, okay? Kind of just let him know that, all right? Number four, have your rods and reels rigged up and ready to go, okay? Have them rigged up with a Texas rig, Carolina rig, crankbaits, soft plastics, whatever kind of rig you're going to have. Make sure you have your reels tuned in, all right? You don't have them turned up too loose and you're out there and you backlash it, and now that reel's out of commission first thing in the morning, all right? So you don't want to have that, all right? Make sure you have everything that you're going to need from your rods and reels, your tackle, your rain gear, that type of stuff. Don't plan on the boater having anything other than a measuring board and a net, okay? Have the other stuff yourself. Like I said, check out my video on what to expect. It has in there things you're going to need as a co-angler, like a life jacket, rods and reels, tackle, etc., so forth, okay? Number five, condense down your tackle. You don't need bukus and bukus and bukus of tackle on the boat with you. Now, in multiple day tournaments, yes, you can carry them in a big Tupperware thing and add in what you need as you go. But on the boat, you're not going to need just bukus of it, okay? You can add in what you need, all right? See my video on how to condense down your tackle. That's how I do it, all right? So I have a little bit of everything from hard baits to soft baits to punching to crankbaits to spinner baits to jigs, trailers, punching rigs, all that fun stuff. I have it all in that one bag, okay? My terminal tackle and everything. So make sure you check out that video to kind of give you an idea on what to do there. Number six is a big, big, big one, okay? Respect your practice partner. If you're lucky enough to get out and practice for these tournaments, kind of know what the fish feel like when they're biting or what they're kind of biting on, be sure you respect your practice partner. Don't be very vague with any information that you give out, all right? Don't be saying, hey, yeah, we were in cove number 6 flipping black and blue jigs and we caught, 5 4-pounders. Don't say that. Be very vague. Yeah, we caught them out deep. Yeah, we caught them up flipping. Yeah, we threw a jig. Yeah, we threw, don't be very vague, Be very vague, okay? Because you don't want to lose the respect of your practice partner. Because what's going to happen the one time you slip up, you're going to pull up, your buddy, your practice partner's going to see you on the back of the boat and know you spilled the beans. He either is not going to want to practice with you again, or he's not going to share any information with you again, okay? All right, that's something, you know, I've learned, especially over my years working with my good buddy, FLW Tour Pro, Cody Kelly. You know, we practiced in the last few years, we practiced doing BFLs together. You know, that stuff, he does the work, he does the research, he finds these fish. Don't just take that information and give it to somebody else, okay? Respect your practice partner and you'll be good to go, okay? Number 7, that leads me into number 7. Number 7 is respect your boater, okay? This guy has invested time, money on his boat. Boats aren't cheap, okay? So respect it, all right? Don't jump in a mud puddle and run around on his carpets. Don't be stepping on his seats, okay? If you happen to smoke, ask him if he's okay with you having a cigarette or whatever, okay? Make sure you ask him that. Act like if you were on your boat, you would want him to ask you before he does anything. So ask him first. Clean up your trash. Respect that man's property, okay? All right, and the big thing is respect the fishing area. Don't be throwing over the guy's shoulder. In fact, I draw a line, okay? I draw a line right at the console, right at the driver's launch. I only fish from there back. All right, I will not throw up towards the front of the boat. Now, if the boater's like, hey, man, you can cast up over here, I'm fine with that, not a big deal, then I'll do it from time to time. I don't do it every single cast, okay? But I guarantee you I'm not going to throw over the man's shoulder, and I'm not going to throw 3 feet from where he just casted. That's just a big no-no, okay? If he happens to get a fish on and loses it, don't flip right back over there to where he was, or don't flip right to where that fish was, okay? That's called catching a raised fish. That's another no-no. That's just rude. That's just wrong. Don't do it, okay? And another big thing is don't copy his baits, all right? If he's out here first thing in the morning throwing a black and blue jig, throw something else. Throw an Ozark crawl or a green pumpkin red, something else, okay? Now, later in the day, if you're not catching them, okay, great. You know, you can switch over, but don't just start copying his baits. Also, learn from the guy, okay? You know, ask him questions if he's open to it, all right? If he's open to talking, and ask him questions. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Why do you think they do that? You know, just talk to him. Get to know him, okay? This is kind of a social sport, all right? Number 8 is a big one. Be ready to move, okay? So these guys, you know, time is of the essence. Boom, boom, boom. All right, you got 8 hours to fish, okay? So if they're like, hey, we're going to leave in 3 casts, you better be ready to go. Go ahead and get your rods in, roll them down, throw your life jacket on, and be sitting there ready to go, okay? Because those 3 casts are going to boom, boom, boom. He's going to be in the bottom of the boat with his life jacket on, ready to go, okay? He can't crank that combustion engine until you're sitting down with your life jacket on, okay? So don't hold that up, okay? Especially if you're not catching them either, all right? Doesn't help you. Make sure they let you know. Just say, hey, man, let me know before we leave so I can be ready to go. And they'll let you know, hey, we're going to leave in about 2 casts, all right? So that's kind of a big thing. Be ready to go. Time is of the essence, all right? Number 9, do your own research on the lake. Look up lake reports, YouTube videos of people catching fish out there around that time of year, okay? Water temps, that type of stuff, okay? You can even go as far as to look up Nirvanics maps. But for us, it's not really handy because we don't really have a say in the fishing, okay? So just look up articles from that time of year, just what people have been, you know, go on to forums and check it out and see what people have been catching them off of, what they've been doing, just so you can have a backup plan. You know, if this doesn't work, let's throw this bait or that bait, and you might get on the winning pattern. You never know, okay? Number 10, kind of the last point I want to cover, is offer to pay for gas, all right? So at the end of the day, shake the man's hand, thank him for letting you come out on his boat, and give him $20 in gas, especially if you've been running all around the lake, okay? Whether you catch the 5 bass, you know, limit that wins the tournament, or 0, or even 2 fish, give him $20 in gas, okay? That's just the right thing to do, all right? This man puts in oil and gas and everything in that boat, and that stuff isn't cheap, okay? So offer him gas money. Tell the man thank you for letting you fish on his boat, and use his live wells, all right? So those are my quick 10 points, all right? Like I said, be committed to the partnership for 8 hours. Get out there, practice, and just work hard at it. Keep your mental strength up. It's hard out there. Sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't, all right? All right, so subscribe to my page here. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook, all right? Nick Whittemore, all right? Follow my good buddy Cody Kelly Fishing, CodyKellyFishing.com, Cody Kelly Fishing on Twitter and Facebook. Check him out. He's got some great things going this year with the Arkansas Special Olympics and Gambler Lures. Gambler Lures is doing kind of they're going to follow him around this year and kind of do a little documentary on that. So check him out, watch him, figure all that out, you know, check it out, all right? Check out Crocodile Gator Bait Company, great jigs, buzz baits, plastics, okay? Check him out. I'll put a link below. Good luck out there in tight lines, guys.